We thought, you know what? Probably a pretty good day for another titan of the industry and of the NFL. And her name is Amy Trask, the all-new What the Football podcast, CBS Sports NFL, the alum of the Raiders, CEO. We know the resume, and here she is. Hello, Amy.
Well, when you said my name out loud on the radio in the Bay Area, I hope you ducked because, oh boy, it's incoming.
Yeah, and it's all said in love, Amy. We were shocked to hear the comments, but Mark and I have an equal amount of love and affection and respect for you, so we wanted to make sure that what we said it as much to your face as we could.
Well, you know what? Here's to jumping into substance in a moment, but I do want to, and you know I love you guys, and of course you know it's not in a weird or creepy way, but I love you both. But before we jump into substance, I just want to note something, because I'm so passionate about this. You know what? It's okay to disagree. It's okay to have different views. It's okay to think someone's wrong. But we as a world have got to learn that when we disagree, we've got to do it agreeably. There is no reason to be mean and nasty when you're exchanging differing opinions. Go ahead, disagree, but you don't have to be so mean.
I think I disagree with you. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Yeah. But no, that point is very, very well taken. And truly, I say this with honesty, Amy, I am curious to ask some follow-up questions to this statement. Let us play it for our audience. This is
wait. I want to say one more thing before you do. One more thing, because I got to make fun of myself. When I saw that tweet, which called me what it called me, and I quoted it, speaking to the importance of civil discourse.
Yes.
I had no idea I was quoting a porn account.
Wow, that's awkward.
I didn't see it either, Amy, because by the time I saw your reply, I clicked on whatever someone said and they had deleted it, which is always the move.
A porn account.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
there you have it.
At 3 p.m, how about that? Okay. So anyway, here's the comment about the 8 quarterbacks coming up this weekend from What the Football.
4 games this week. That means we have 8 quarterbacks. Did that math all by myself. 4 games, 8 quarterbacks, 7 terrific quarterbacks, and Brock Purdy. Now, Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. Make no mistake about it. Everybody be calm, 49er fans. I'm not suggesting Brock's not a good quarterback. He is. I simply don't put him in the same category as the other quarterbacks. So I'll say it again. 8 quarterbacks, 7 terrific quarterbacks, and Brock Purdy.
What don't you like about it?
It's not that I don't like him. It's not that I dislike him. He does things very well. He is surrounded by a tremendous supporting cast, both on offense and defense. He is a good quarterback. I don't put him in the category of the other 7.
There are a number of ways we could ask the very next question. Here's the one that I choose because it zeroes in on one particular thing. And there will be more questions, of course. But, Amy, do you think Baker Mayfield is better than Brock Purdy?
I think Baker Mayfield is doing what he's doing with far less talent around him than Brock has around him. Now, maybe I didn't explain that well, although I do think I was very clear that I think Brock is a very good quarterback and that I think he's surrounded by a tremendous cast that the 49ers, John Lynch and the 49ers have put together. So when I say that I think Baker Mayfield is doing more, it's because I think he's doing more with far less.
I think it's the nature of your use of terrific with 7 terrific, and then Brock was thrown in. I think that's the trigger point for many. And I guess my follow-up question to what Mark asked is it a demerit to a quarterback who is excelling even though he has a great coach and great talent around him?
I think it's a fair point you make that terrific may have been an overstatement as to some. That's a fair criticism. Again, I do think Brock is good. I do think, Patrick Mahomes, terrific. Josh Allen, terrific. Lamar Jackson, terrific. Those 3 are super duper terrific. It may have been an overstatement about some of the others. But no, I don't think it's a demerit. I absolutely don't. But I do think that if you are building a team and you don't have the cast that the 49ers have so marvelously assembled, then having a quarterback who can do a lot with less is something to consider.
So can we go into history and challenge the point a little bit? Let me zero in on one example. A completely undrafted quarterback who walked into a situation with Marshall Faulk and Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt, but now is also in the Hall of Fame himself. Like, how would you compare your current feeling about Brock Purdy versus someone like Kurt Warner, who had some overlap with his path?
I'm not sure I understand why you're asking me to draw that comparison, and I'm not pushing back on it. I just think that this one flew over my head. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking me to compare.
I can totally speak to that. It is the idea that Brock Purdy, you would not use the word terrific because he's got so much around him. Well, so did Kurt Warner. So did Peyton Manning. So do many other quarterbacks who we have had no hesitation calling terrific or great.
Okay, and I guess I'll ask you this. I called him good. Why do people care so much whether I call someone good or great or super duper good or super duper supercalifragilistic good? What are we arguing about the use of good versus terrific? I find that interesting. But your point's well taken. When I look at the 8 quarterbacks. Oh, and I have to tell you one other funny thing. When I look at the 8 quarterbacks, I don't put Brock at the top of that 8. I probably do put him at the bottom of the 8. Does that mean I'm right? Does that mean everyone has to agree with me? Of course not. This is the fun of sports, but we're supposed to be able to disagree agreeably. And there's this great meme about these 2 guys that talk about, you know what we do? We disagree. We have hearty debates. And then you know what we're doing? We're done? We go out and we have a beer. Isn't that what sports is supposed to be?
Absolutely. And, you love the sheepdog and the coyote, and that I know that's one of your go-tos in terms of their disagreement, where they would both punch the clock and then they would spend their entire day going at each other.
Trying to kill each other.
Exactly.
Well, and I've told you this many times, Amy. I don't want to have a beer with you. I want to have a bowl of ice cream with you.
No doubt.
Okay, you know what? I love you. I mean, I really do love you. And 49er fans, I love you too. We had a great relationship I did with the 49ers when I was with the team. Oh, and then that's the other thing I love. All the people that are, just piling on me for signing Jimmy Garoppolo. I haven't been with the team for about 12 years. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, and in fact, your fingerprints are more closely associated with the Detroit Lions because you helped our mutual friend Cameron Davis get his start in the business, and now he is the assistant linebacker coach on Detroit staff. So I know that you take pride in knowing that somebody who you gave a little nudge to along the way is still in these playoffs.
It is so sweet of you to reference that. That is really, really nice. And by the way, while we're sitting here talking, I just got, umpteen texts from all my girlfriends saying, do you know that you tweeted out a porn account?
I hope you write back, yes, I do know. Yes. I do know now. Amy Trask, What the Football is the podcast. And Amy, just to further that conversation, though, you asked, is the word good offensive? I don't know. No, the word good is not offensive at all. But it is the comparison with the other quarterbacks that are out there. Nobody's eyebrows even go up if you say, I like Mahomes, Allen, and Lamar better than this guy. But Purdy has a resume that goes past, and Baker Mayfield, what does he have to work with? I mean, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we can talk about injuries, and then yes, I know Christian McCaffrey was injured, and we can have all these discussions. And here's the point, man, and the reason I jumped on with you, in addition to the fact that I love you both, is we can disagree. That's fine. If you want to tell me you think I'm wrong, and I don't just mean you, I mean people in general, if you think I'm wrong, fair enough. You think I'm wrong. But we don't need to disagree in such a nasty, nasty, horrible manner.
Amy, thank you on short notice for hopping on.
Yeah.
We know you got to get out of here. We're going to stay to our word on that. Thank you for coming on and addressing our audience.
And ice cream on me when I see you, men. And good luck, 49er fans. I wish you well this weekend.
Well,
thanks, Amy.
Thank you very much. Amy Trask, appreciate you. Amy Trask, What the Football. Good luck to all 49er fans because, of course, we're going to need it.